telling you. Moving ahead now, the United Nations Children's Fund says that it will ensure at least 1 million girls in northern Nigeria acquire basic education by 2020.
Now, the agency says this will be achieved through its Girl Education Project 3, already being executed in 6 northern states. Helen Osamide-Akins reports.
According to United Nations Children's Fund report in 2018, primary school enrollment increased with a net attendance of about 70%. But Nigeria still has over 10 million out-of-school children, which is the world's highest number. About 60% of the out-of-school children in Nigeria are said to be girls. Cultural beliefs, gender discrimination and poverty are some of the factors said to have worsened non-enrollment of the girl child in basic education. Aisha Umar is a 10-year-old primary 4 pupil of Jain Special Primary School in Kano State. She has chosen to learn and acquire skills instead of being married off. Through several interventions to increase girls' child enrollment in basic education, her parents now see the need for their daughter to be educated before giving out for marriage.
Okay.
I want to continue my education after primary school. I want to become a doctor or a journalist when I graduate from higher institution. Then I can now think of getting married. Outside going to school, I can also sew clothes, make robes, body cream and hair cream.
The main target of this project is to improve the socio-economic outcomes for girls, and this will be achieved by mobilizing at least 1 million girls from across the 6 focus states back to school that's at the basic education level.
The Girl Education Project 3 is targeted at ensuring more girls in the targeted areas complete basic education while also acquiring skills for livelihood. The project is also designed to run through 8 years from 2012 to 2020. Helen Osamide-Akins, TVC News, Kano.
Well, this project by UNICEF is quite timely, especially when you look at the fact that a higher percentage, more than 50% of the out-of-school children in Nigeria are girls.
But it's timely, but the target that's been set is the year 2020, which is just next year. And we still have a high number of out-of-school children in that area, in that region. How achievable would that plan?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Considering the budgetary allocation that has been given to education.
Well, this is about UNICEF. So they are not reliant on the budget of Nigeria when it comes to that project. It's just partnerships, but it's fine.
But then when you consider the peculiarity of the North, religion, culture, how easy will it be to get girls going to school in security?
It is working.
Insecurity also in the Northeast.
It is working.
But I feel that it might be a very
all right. Let's we have joining us now a child rights advocate, Taiwo Akinlami, to give us insight into this. Taiwo, it's good to have you join us right now. When it comes to the program by UNICEF to raise about 1 million children or girl children out of or to get them educated by 2020. What is your prospect on this? What are you seeing?
It's doable. It's possible. I think it's a powerful initiative because when you look at the number of children that are out of school in Nigeria, there is 13.5 million. But statistics says that 59 to 60% of those children who are out of school are girls, which means Nigeria might be housing the highest number of children out of school in the world. We have to start, so that puts it in the region of over 8 million or thereabouts. That's the girl child that are out of school. And majority of these girls come from the Northeast because of the crisis of Boko Haram and the rest of it. So this is a great initiative, but it's not going to work on its own except we have the support of other stakeholders like government, like other NGOs are supporting the efforts of UNICEF to ensure that this becomes a reality.
But Taiwo, looking at what you just said, that the UNICEF needs everybody's hands to be on deck, the government, the community. But what do you think the government should be putting in place to ensure that this project is not just something we'll be hearing about next year and then we'll say we still have not achieved it?
Now, the welfare and the security of the people shall be the primary aim of government. One of the things that government needs to put in place is security. These days, we find members of staff of international organizations being endangered, being killed, and the rest of that. One of the things that can be a major threat to that initiative is insecurity. So one of the things government needs to do is to live up to the responsibility of securing the environment so that those who want to ensure that 1 million children in the year 2020 receive education, quality education, in accordance with the national policy, Nigerian national education policy, that says every child, boy or girl, irrespective of their background or gender, should have access to education. So I think what government needs to do really is to take responsibility for security, because that is the thing. You know, UNICEF is not going to take responsibility for security. As a matter of fact, as an international organization, it does not have such powers. It is our government that has the responsibility to ensure that the environment is safe for children to be able to receive education.